All right, we're back again. Here we are in the league, and let's see if we can have a better performance than we did yesterday. That Champions League loss kind of is a little bit sore. We're doing much better here in the league. In fact, I think we're still in first place in our group. So we'll see if we can keep that up. No, now we're down to third place, but we have a game in hand, and that would be this game. So hopefully we can beat River here and move up to first place again, which is where we really ought to be. Everybody's still tired, and that's the problem. Again, I probably was a little bit too aggressive with transfers because we don't quite have enough players to make up for guys who are tired. Eriksson wins this ball over to Bauer and has passed forward to Rashford, and we just do not have. This is the problem we've been running into. We just do not have the cohesion that we need to be able to make the magic happen. And that's one of the reasons why we keep running backwards without the ball, as we're doing right now. Let's see if we can get a defensive stop. We're not looking that good defensively, but Cristiano Ronaldo is able to win the ball, hits it off a defender. It ends up in the air over to Fernandez, who shoots, and he almost scores a goal. That was close, about as close as he can get. So we almost have a goal there in the first 5 minutes. This really is a match that we should be winning at home against a team that's in 33rd place, I believe, although I don't know if that's in the overall table or in our group table. It's always hard to tell. And now all we can hope to do is get this ball back off of them again and try to get an attack for ourselves. Fernandez wins that over Trésor. Eriksson to Pogba. Good job by Pogba corralling that over to Giggs. Giggs down to Rashford, up to Bobby Charlton, who scores. It's number 5 of the season for Bobby Charlton, and that was pretty easy. That makes it 1-0 for Manchester United. You might be wondering what happened to Pele. We have him on the bench, of course, because he's tired, but we do have him ready in case he needs to come in. He does need a break every once in a while, and that's one of those things we have to keep in mind. Excellent shot there by Bobby Charlton. I mean, that was just absolutely brilliant. 1-0 for United. Let's see if we can hold on. That's always the question. Can we hold on once we've gotten that lead? Do we have a good enough defense? I'm not quite sure how much faith I have in these defenders, but there hasn't been a highlight yet, which is good. Rashford just not quite quick enough to win that. Eriksson had it and then lost it. And this is the problem. Trésor is able to go back and win that, and it's forward to Bobby Charlton, and we have a counterattack. Charlton back to Giggs. Giggs up to Bobby, over to Eriksson. Pogba passes to Ronaldo. Ronaldo comes up right side. He's had a pretty poor match so far, and tries twice and fails twice to get a crossover, and that ends up in the arms of the keeper. So not a great job there by Cristiano Ronaldo, who I think is still having a hard time trying to learn the new position, and that is a goal by River on the corner, and so it's 1-1. And that's exactly what I was worried about. I was kind of worried that something like this was going to wind up happening. And who is that misses the? It's Bauer who misses the header, and that's a heck of a way to miss one. I mean, it's off of a set piece, so there's not too much we can say about that. But here's Bauer with another bad pass, another bad play. Fernandez, however, able to win this back in the back over to Charlton and over to Rashford. And I mean, he wasn't even fouled there. The guy got a foot on him and he stopped. So I'm not sure I understand what happened here. This was a great pass, and Rashford moved up, and that ball was tapped away a little bit, and then Rashford just gives up on it. So not quite sure what's going on with that. We probably could have won that ball back one more time. I don't know. It might be a graphical glitch or something like that. Who knows at this rate? Rashford now is injured, so we'll have him play until the end of the half, I think, and then we'll put probably Pele back on. Not exactly what we wanted to do, but that's what we're going to have to do. Davici is going to come on, I think, as well. And there's that header from, I think it was Sancho, and that is just over. And so we need to be doing a little bit better here. Yeah, we do need to show people that the praise or whatever is justified. I don't care. Pele is going to come on. And let's put, Bauer has been having a bad match, so we're going to put Davici on, and that'll do that. All right, let's get back at him. Fernandez over to Giggs to start this off, to Davici to Eriksson, down to Charlton, back to Giggs. Giggs on the left side, and I mean, it's like, nothing he can do about that. Eriksson ends up with the yellow card after that foul from behind. I mean, he's just so it's so easy for him to lose the ball, man. Frustrating, as you know, he's a great player. but he's not quite great enough. And one of the problems that we have is that so many of these great players are young, and that's the thing. You have to spend time developing them, which is a problem if your goal was to come in and win everything all at once. And that's part of the problem that we've been having, which is that these are great players, but a lot of them are young. Now, these defenders, there's really no excuse for them. They are older, and they should be a little bit better at what they do. Eriksson now with the ball over to Pogba, up to Giggs. Giggs, good move. Passes to Bobby Charlton, and that's up and out for a corner. So I think they have 5 or 6 guys back. I wonder if they haven't decided to move back a little bit further. There's that corner that's hammered in, but it does a whole bunch of nothing. We definitely want to win the league if we possibly can, but not winning the league is not the end of the world, because pretty soon we have that division into a 16-team group, I think is what it is. So we really want to finish in the top 8 places. As long as we do that, then we're doing okay, and we'll get some of the big money, though probably not enough. Winning the league would be great, but we like to win the Champions League too, and that's the problem, right? We're not playing very well. Charlton hammers that one home. That's number 2 in the game for him. 2-1 now, Manchester United, and you can see there's a lot of frustration that came out as he hammered that one home with all of his might. We finally are able to get past their wall, get past this block that they have, and it was a good pass forward from Giggs, who I've been criticizing a lot, and Bobby doesn't miss that. You let him get it that close, he's not going to miss. And so it's 2-1 now, Manchester United. We could use another goal. We really could use another goal to make this game beyond doubt. This, of course, does put us up at the top of the table, as you can see on the bottom left side, but that's not good enough. We want to make sure that we not just win, but that we remove any doubt. Giggs with it. Left side over to Bobby Charlton. There's a pass to Pele. How did Carrizo end up saving that one? Charlton was offside. It doesn't matter in the end, but that was an amazing save. And they're calling a penalty. They're saying that Trésor was obstructed. I'm not so sure about that one. Again, I mean, as football manager, it's hard to tell, but that didn't look like much of a penalty to me. Somebody gets grabbed his shirt. Here's Bobby for the hat trick, and he scores it, and that means it's 3-1 Manchester United, 3 for Bobby Charlton, and this has been his match. So there you go, 3-1 for United, and now we just have to hold on for another 35 minutes. You know, it's so fast and furious at this level that I'm not sure if we can do that. I mean, this is, of all the Football Manager challenges, this is the heaviest, because the matches just keep coming one after another, and you have to have top-notch players in every position, or they will find your weakness. Pele lumps it forward for Giggs. Giggs, left side. Crosses, looking for Fernandes, and that is hit straight back to him. So Giggs with it again. Will hesitate a little bit, then passes back to De Vici over to Trésor. Trésor down to Figueroa. So we start up again. Pogba to Fernandes, now to Pele, and Pele should score, and he ends up missing the goal. Have you ever seen Pele miss one like that? An absolute sitter that Pele misses. I guess he's young or something. I mean, how does he miss this? How does he miss that? So it is still 3-1 for Manchester United, and so much for the greatest player in the world scoring every goal, because he certainly has not been doing that recently. Let's see what we can do. See if we can't win this ball back. That's what we really, really want to do. We want to win this ball back, and we're able to get it in the back, but De Vici gives up possession. I mean, he just set that up for the attacking player. It wasn't that he gave up possession. He set that up like it was a drill. Here now, though, we have a corner. Eriksson with it, steps back and fires, and it's Figueroa whose header is just a little bit too high, and so we're back out for another goal kick for them. New highlight, Giggs to Charlton to De Vici, Trésor with it, and passes back to Leviashin over to De Vici again. De Vici back to Trésor over to De Vici, Trésor. So a lot of passing around the back. Here's Pele over to Ronaldo. That's good. Pass up to Giggs. That's not a good pass. That's not what we want to see. And fortunately, we're able to win in the back. Trace over to De Vici, on to Giggs, to Eriksson. And it will be with De Vici. Now slow it down a little bit. Trésor now, Eriksson, and he loses possession just like that. Figueroa, however, able to win in the back over to Ronaldo, then to Fernandes. Back to Ronaldo, who passes up to Eriksson. There you go. Bobby Charlton now is in behind the defense, and he's got a fourth. So it's 4-1 Manchester United, 4 goals for Bobby Charlton here. And man. So 4-1, we have the lead. And this makes me feel a little bit better after that Champions League disappointment. I mean, Bobby comes here with the ball, and he just hammers it home. And there's no doubt about it. There's no question about it. You can see Pele there doing the little celebratory dance as well. But Bobby Charlton does a great job there. I got to say that Davici's been kind of a super sub for us. I think this is the best match he's had for us since he came on. And we still have time left, still have about 20 minutes left. So we have to be careful because they can score quickly. Fernandes here wins it over to Ronaldo to Pogba, and that's a shot, but that's going to be wide, and it's a goal kick for them. And we have another highlight right away. So interesting. I'm used to having a lot of first half highlights. This one's been a lot of second half highlights. Tresor wins it and then loses it, and that was bad. Fortunately, they don't take a shot from that angle. I'm a little confused because the guy was wide open. I'm not sure why he decided to cross instead. Weird decision-making. Pele now with it, and he's in the attack over to Pogba, and Pogba not quite old enough yet, 17, and so that header's up and over, and that's what we get for trying to rely on the 17-year-old. But yeah, Charlton today with an obvious 10.0 performance. And and we're having a lot of good performances by just about everybody. Of course, we had to take Bauer off, who I think is still having a hard time trying to fit into the squad. Here's Davici. Davici over to Bobby Charlton, and he finds Pele. Very good. And here comes everybody moving forward. Now it's down to Eriksson. And Eriksson had it, and he just lost it. He was a little bit too excited, I suppose. Giggs, however, able to win it back to Tresor, to Davici. Over to Giggs, back to Davici. On to Tresor, Eriksson, Pogba, back to Tresor. Tresor down to Fernandes, over to Ronaldo. That's more like it. Ronaldo gets the run up ahead. And that is Charlton's attempt at a fifth. That doesn't quite happen. I'm not sure how many goals he thinks he's going to score today. It's Eriksson now with the free kick onto Figueroa, whose header is miraculously saved by their keeper. So 4-1 the score remains, and the keeper, of course, walks with this ball long enough for our guys to get in a good position, but then Figueroa gives it right away. Tresor, however, with the interception over to Giggs. Giggs to Charlton again, and it's over to Pele, back to Davici. We'll start it up again. Pogba, Davici, on to Pele. And he's got a man. There he goes. And Eriksson, unfortunately, not able to get a foot onto that one. Surprised there wasn't a call for a penalty there, because that's what it looked like it deserved. And fortunately, their counterattack ends up being a whole lot of nothing. Tresor now, we only have a couple minutes left. Over to Pogba, Davici, over to Giggs. Giggs moves up left side. And that's lumped over for Pele, I think it was, who tried to head that from way back there. It doesn't quite work. And Pele's streak of no goals only continues. And I've got to wonder what's going on. It's good, though, to see that the team, for the most part, has recovered in terms of morale after all the fines I levied after that loss. Pogba, and that's the end of that one. Ronaldo to Pele. Pele up to Fernandes. On, looking for Charlton. It's deflected, though, onto Eriksson, over to Giggs. Giggs looking for Fernandes, and the header is on target, but unfortunately is ripped out of the air easily and simply by their keeper. And we only have a few minutes left in this one. Looks like 4-1 will be the margin of victory. Lev Yashin over to Davici, down to Tresor and back to Yashin. Yashin to Davici, and that is it. And so we have won this match. We've won this match in style. 3.40 XG is more like it. They had 60% of the possession. It doesn't really matter. We just counterattacked and we knocked it past them. There you go. We're in first place. Talk to you tomorrow. Bye.